my name is Katie and this is the How to Be a Minimalist YouTube channel. I wanted to tell you that I also have a podcast, the How to Be a Minimalist podcast, and I will leave a link to that in the description box below. Every Monday an episode comes out and I talk to you about minimalist and simple living. You can find out more about that by clicking on the link, and please don't forget to subscribe so that you are able to get that episode every week. Today I wanted to show you how I make 3 plant-based meals that my kids love. Now, while these meals are plant-based and while I am plant-based, my kids are not completely plant-based, nor is my husband. I'm the only one in my family that is completely plant-based, and I don't eat any meat at all. I have dairy like every once in a while, like a couple of times a year maybe. I really avoid refined sugars. I try my best to stay away from oil and things like that. This might surprise some people that my whole family is not 100% plant-based and eating the way that I am, but one family eats exactly the same. Lucky for me, I am the home chef, and honestly it's taken my family a long time to get on board with eating healthier, and now that they are, I know they are feeling a lot better, and we've all been learning and growing and eating healthier together. My biggest tactic in getting my family to eat plant-based was to make delicious foods that were comforting and filling, and I have worked really hard to get the recipes that I make to be almost where like nobody would even know that they were plant-based. These are 3 meals that are really quite kid-friendly. They're filling, they're nutritious. I hate that question, what's for dinner, and so I like to be prepared, and I try to put these meals on the menu almost every week. Now, when I show you how to make the beans, we use that in a lot of different forms, so it's a little different every week. Sometimes we do burritos, sometimes we do quesadillas with my cashew yogurt turned into like that fry sauce, nacho sauce. I will link that down below. And you know, sometimes it's just a taco salad, and that works great too. All of these though are really enjoyed by my kids, and of course they're my kids, and your kids might like something different, that's fine, but I hope they give you some ideas. And I have one particularly very picky eater, and she loves these recipes too. Also, I wanted to let you know that the bread that's featured with the creamy potato soup has its own recipe video. I'm actually making that loaf of bread for a recipe video, so if it's not out yet, it will be out soon, and if it's out right now, I will link it in the description box below, so you can check out how I make my favorite everyday bread. Enough chit chat though, let's get cooking. First meal I want to show you is so simple, but I love to steam potatoes in my Instant Pot. I just have a 3-quart Instant Pot, but you know what? It works great. I just fill up the steamer basket. I put in about 1.5 cups of water, and then I set it for 18 minutes. That seems to get the potatoes really nice and creamy. Also, my favorites are gold potatoes. They are so creamy and delicious. So here's the plate. Got my gold potatoes on there, still nice hot and steamy. There's the steamed broccoli, and then we had some English muffins. So I went ahead and threw those on the plate. You could totally do any kind of bread, or if you want to make some biscuits or something like that, but it's a really delicious, satisfying meal, and my kids love it, and they scarf it down. Yes, Oliver, you hoping to get something? You want a potato? My family and I love beans and rice pretty much in any form, but I wanted to show you how I make pinto beans, kind of like those canned chili beans that you get that are, they usually call them like hot chili beans or something like that. They're not really hot or spicy at all. Anyway, we're going to cook these in the Instant Pot. You can cook them on the stove top if you'd like to, but I know a lot of people have Instant Pots and they're just kind of confused about how to use them. So I wanted to show you how I cook beans in Instant Pot. I have a 3-quart Instant Pot, so we're going to just take 1 pound of beans. We're going to rinse these off. I'm going to put them in the pot and then let them soak. pinto beans are soaked. I drained and rinsed and then refilled the little Instant pot, and it's ready to be seasoned now. There are the beans, super hot and steamy. They taste delicious, and I'll show you how I prepare them. But basically we use them in burritos, we use them in like making nachos, taco salad, all that kind of stuff. Delicious. This would also be a great base if you wanted to make like a vegetable chili. One more plant-based meal that my kids absolutely love to eat is creamy potato soup. And I always make it with some fresh homemade bread, and they just, you know, who can complain about that? We used to have cheesy potato soup a lot, and we don't eat that anymore because it has cow's milk and obviously cheese in it. Now what I like to do is either add a can of coconut milk or some of my cashew yogurt, and I will try to remember to link that down below because it actually makes the most cheesy flavor of any kind of cheese that I've ever had that's vegan, and it also just gives it a really creamy texture. If you just want to cut out a lot of calories, you could always use an unsweetened plain plant milk. This fits perfectly into my 3-quart Instant Pot, and so I'm going to show you how to do that. You could, of course, cook it on the stove top. Here we go. If you are already chopping up vegetables, and you need some just for healthy snacks to have on hand, why not chop them up right now? Like, seriously. I wish I would have washed a few extra carrots because my little container ran out. I tell you what though, as soon as I chop those up and put them in the fridge, my kids just eat them anytime they want a snack. It's amazing. Turned off the saute function so that you can hear me, but you don't have to. It'll actually kind of make it, I don't know, it just cooks better when it's been sauteed a little bit. You could just throw it all in there, mix it up, and put the lid on and then turn it on and not saute anything, but I think this releases the flavors of the foods a little bit better. You can kind of see the water is there, and that's sort of what you want. You don't want it to be covering the vegetables, you just want it to be a little lower because the vegetables will release a lot of water and your soup will just be really thin if you put in too much water. I have let this release pressure for about 10 minutes. And I'm just gonna go ahead and release the rest of the pressure right now. I always put a towel over the top before I put it to venting. And as you can see, most of the pressure came down naturally. I also have my can of coconut ready to go.